Hello everyone, and welcome back to Voxel Tales. My name is Dan, and we're here in the Grind Cavern to check on our machines. So let's crack on. Oh, hello. No. Okay, calm down, mouse. Mouse? See, it's things like that, and controller issues in general, that have made this episode take a while to get made. I don't play Minecraft with a standard mouse and keyboard like I imagine most people do. No, I use an Elecom Huge trackball mouse, and I have WASD and a bunch of other keyboard stuff mapped to a PS Move navigation controller from 2010. Being about 15 years old, its battery finally gave up on life recently and I've had to wait for a new one. Before we get started proper, let me just fix these catwalk rails. I need pliers. I didn't used to have the McCaw's bridges here. I used to have Create Deco catwalks. But for reasons known only to the Deco team, they changed how they work for 1.20.1, and it's very dumb. Just give me a sec and I'll show you. Beautiful. Right, so, Deco catwalks. You used to be able to place them directly on the floor. Now, they all float. Huh. Well, that was certainly unexpected. Lesson learned, I guess. Don't place blocks next to McCaw's bridges, because it'll reset their block state. Good to know. I suppose I'll tidy it all up. Better. Right, so it's this thing we're going to be fixing. But as I was sorting out those rails again, I had a thought. And it was about this thing, our Asurine machine. Which, for those of you that don't know, is a machine that made us an unlimited supply of Create Mod Asurine, which can then be crushed up into raw zinc. Thing is, though, it relied quite heavily on recipes introduced by a mod called Create Renewable Ores that doesn't have a 1.20.1 version. So I have more than a sneaking suspicion that if I turn this thing on, it's not going to work anymore. Yeah, bits of it might still be working, but definitely not all of it. Let me just check some recipes and we'll see if it's salvageable. It was, in fact, not salvageable. Getting it into a functioning state would have meant entirely changing whole sections of the production line. So I made the executive decision to break it down for parts and to build something new when I inevitably run out of zinc again. Alright, now I've got a nice big open space for activities. Don't know exactly what activities, but it's there if we need it, and isn't that the main thing?
No.
Shush. Anyway, for now, let's deal with our XP grinder. One of our oldest contraptions, in fact. That hasn't actually been grinding any XP for months. The Create Enchantment Industries mod used to cause crushed up mods to drop nuggets of XP that we could collect, and I was storing it all up in a big tank strapped to the side of the machine. But the 1.19.2 version stopped being supported and had to be removed when I updated the rest of the Create stuff. So all I've been using this for since is to gather bones and rotten flesh to make bone meal out of. Which, to its credit, it's really good at, and helped a ton with all the crops we needed filling up the massive biofuel tank at the factory. But bone meal harvesting isn't what it's for, and now we're on 1.20.1, I've been able to re-add CEI, which means the grinder is spitting out XP nuggets again. Pity they're currently being yeeted into the lava disposal. So I should probably figure out a way to fix that. Back in a tick. Alright, I've sorted it, and we're collecting XP again. Was dead simple in the end. All I've done is put a disenchanter right here. So anytime a nugget of experience gets shot out of that tunnel, it gets sucked up. Then a pump underneath sends it through a pipe into this tank, and yeah, now we have liquid experience again.
But is it efficient, though?
Well, I mean, no, not particularly. There's probably much faster ways of getting XP than this.
All right. So you're saying this is a massive waste of time and resources?
Hey, nothing's a waste of time if you enjoyed doing it.
Oh, well. At least they enjoyed this then, I suppose.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, I think I have a way to make it work when I'm not here, so it can just be filling up in the background. We shall accomplish this using these Scarecrow's Territory scarecrows, because they supposedly keep spawners active within a 5-block radius. So, in theory, if I put them all around the spawning tank, then the machine should just run without me. Oh yes, looks like we're in business. Good. That should just tick away indefinitely to itself. And if I ever want any experience out of here, I just stick a pump on there, a cog, and a crank. And I can stand here and have an XP shower. I think I might leave this open as well so I can jump in and drain off any excess XP easily. Alright, I reckon we leave this one here. Not a long episode, but we accomplished what we set out to do. Everything from before is now, if not working, at least accounted for, and that means next time we can work on something new. For now though, thank you all very much for watching. If you're new, then consider subscribing, and if you fancy, feed the algorithm with a cheeky like and a comment below. And as always, I've been Dan, this has been Voxel Tales, and until next time remember, be good. And if you can't be good, don't get caught. Bye guys.